Ahmed Kaji. And as we enter into our last conversation this evening, we've seen a number of community members getting together and perhaps improving their areas of service delivery to just make sure that things look a bit better, improving where government has failed to do so. And one of those at the moment is the Better Kensington group, founded by the Better Bedfordview group, and now has offsets through Kensington, through Edenvale, Primrose, Fourways, Linksfield, Bryanston, and other communities and suburbs around the city of Johannesburg. And this is something which has grown, where we are seeing local community members getting together and trying to make a difference in their communities. And from the Better Kensington group, which is improving areas around the main street, which is Queen Street in the east of Johannesburg, is Kevin Mark Pass. Kevin, thank you very much for your time this evening. We really do appreciate it.
Hi, how are you doing?
Well, good, thanks, and yourself on this cold Johannesburg evening.
Yeah, it reminds me of the years I used to live in New Zealand.
Wonderful. I'm sure it must have been really something on the other side of the continent.
Yeah, no, it's better to be home, I'll be honest. So thank you for featuring us. It's a very important part of our society that the community is taking a chance to help where council is finding themselves falling short or undermanned or underfunded or incapable of service delivery. It's important that we as a community help out where we can.
In the area of Kensington, what were some of the big areas that we have seen, or at least the specific issues which have showed up perhaps over, you could say, the last 5 to 10 years?
The biggest challenges we have as our community have been perhaps where two major problems just spring to mind. I never really thought this through before we went online, but one is when some repairs have been done, whether it's water or electrical, sometimes those roads or pavements haven't been fixed well. So if you drive through Kensington, through all the main streets, there's some very, very large, we would call them potholes out of habit, but they're not potholes at all. They're road that's been dug up to repair a water leak and then not repaired subsequently. And some of them you could probably write off your car in, and we've gotten used to some of those. So those are challenging. And another thing that hits specifically Kensington, but maybe more parts of Johannesburg, is we lost hundreds of trees to the borer worm. So what was, before beautiful streets with beautiful trees, now most of those trees have been cut down or fallen down or are still standing, but are not healthy at all and are actually quite dangerous because the inside is quite rotten, so the branches can fall off at any given time. So it's just like, some maintenance issues, curbs that need to be painted, weeds that need to be, pulled. It's the standard stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the great part about what you are seeing, or perhaps the silver lining, is that a number of people are coming together and trying to make a difference. What are some of those operations and some of those projects which you and the Better Kensington group have been doing?
We're quite a small organization still with a very small budget. The community has slowly started to donate towards what we're doing, but we're only about 2-3 months in. So compared to 2 or 3 years for Better Bedfordview, we're just a baby organization. But I'd say the largest work we've achieved so far, or the biggest difference we've achieved so far, is we've spent quite a lot of time inside Rhodes Park, which is the biggest park in Kensington. And it's an incredible park. I think probably 100 years old, and it's got a library, it's got a tennis court, it's got soccer fields, it's got a beautiful dam in the middle. It's got it had a bowling club that's no longer functional. It has a community hall in it. It's a really beautiful space, but um, there's just been some maintenance issues. So we've spent a lot of time, a lot of effort restoring the park, and actually, whether it's Better Kensington or more myself, we're very close to getting a Discovery Park run into that park, which will, nothing official yet, but when it does happen, then a lot of the community will be returning to the park. It's been a very long time since Rhodes Park was the heart of Kensington, but it's really important that a community have somewhere to meet, somewhere to get to know each other, somewhere to just get out of the house. As Joburg citizens, sometimes we stay indoors in our own properties, and we're very blessed to have beautiful homes. But it's important to get out, meet your neighbors, be a community, and the park traditionally has always done that in this area. But we believe we'll do so again.
This must be a very exciting time for the residents in and around Kensington. I'm assuming there must be buy-in from their side, or at least some sort of response. What have you seen?
You know what? The most beautiful thing that I see is a returning of hope. As we've started to do our small little projects, painting a curb here or fixing a wall there, or scuffing a pavement and cleaning it up, or as we've done these things and as we've worked in the park, the conversations have slowly turned from the typical South African default of frustration with the way things have been allowed to deteriorate, to rather a more positive conversation that goes around the possibilities of restoring it, or the excitement around the hope of actually just seeing things improve. It's been a really beautiful thing to watch the community activate, the community get hopeful, the community start being positive, the community start drawing together, and it's creates a sense of empowerment, because a lot of South Africans maybe feel that there's nothing that can be done. There's nothing that can be fixed. There's nothing that sometimes that maybe things are too far gone, but the truth is, once you start to clean a little bit and fix a little bit, and communities start to draw together and understand that they have a huge amount of power in taking back, in restoring, in reclaiming. It's a beautiful thing to watch that hope restore.
How are you hoping with local government elections coming up at the end of the year? How are you hoping the next administration assists perhaps groups such as yours to ensure that there is continued growth, maintenance, and improvement of places such as Rhodes Park, such as Queen Street, and areas in and around Kensington?
Yeah, I've been building. We Better Kensington. I'm also the chairperson of the Kensington Community Association. It's like I said, it's all baby steps, but we're making some good relationships with council, and the elections coming up. Obviously, it would be wonderful to see a shift in maintenance, or a creation of jobs, because certain work is being done that maybe wasn't happening before. So it would be amazing to, I think it would be really uplifting or encouraging to see a change in focus, and the jobs that'll bring along with it, as maintenance is done that we all wish would be done. But the truth is, and I'm not sure about Better Bedfordview or the other better communities, but the work is going to get done regardless. So I hope for a better situation with government or with governance, and I hope to whoever is chosen councillor wise or party wise to build or continue to build a great relationship with them. But I'd like to say that it's that Better Kensington, for instance, will do its work regardless of who's in power, and will continue to gain support and continue to do the work with or without government support. So with the government support happens much faster, and it's lovely. And I've had some wonderful responses from Nomaklubi in Rhodes Park, from Jenny and Woodley, from the councillors have tried to pull in their own way with regards. Yeah, so there's been help given to us in the way of and even Hendrik from JRA has been a wonderful support to me. And I would love that to grow and be better. But the work that these community groups are doing, I believe they almost exist outside of that political arrangement where we're going to get it done regardless. I don't know if that's a good answer.
Thank you very much, Kevin. We are just over 9 p.m. Central African time, so I'm going to have to let you go. But thank you very much for the insight into what Better Kensington are doing, and I'm sure you guys will be growing from strength to strength.
Thank you so much for the time. Take care.
That's Kevin Mark Pass from the Better Kensington group, just taking care of what's happening there in the eastern parts of Johannesburg. And that just brings us to a minute past 9 p.m. Central African time. I really appreciate you spending the last 2 hours with me here, Local Matters, with myself, Ahmed Kaji. I will be back with you next week at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you would like to engage with us at any point in time, you can get in touch with us on our social media platforms. Alternatively, you can get in touch with me on my social media platform at Ahmed Kaji. The spelling is at the bottom of your screen over there. But until next time, until we join you again, we really do appreciate you spending the last 2 hours with us. All of the interviews that we had done today will be up on our social media platforms straight after the show. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.